Yo, yo everyone, Mercurial here. Today I'm gonna do a little patch rundown and first impressions. I haven't seen the patch at all, but it's going live on Thursday and Mr. Mortog himself made a patch rundown. So I'm gonna give a non-developer kind of view on it so we see how the patch looks. PvE rounds. Any PvE rounds after minions that drop two of the same component will also drop a Reforger. That is great. Less times you sit there playing like AD, you get two rods and you just lose the game basically. Very nice. Augments. Augments that require a certain breakpoint of traits to appear will require more units in that trait to appear on 4-2. Yeah, that is very nice. Or is it nice? I mean, it means that tailoring for augments is much more relevant. If you didn't know, like, basically the traits you have, um, the augments get slightly tailored depending on what traits you have. This was especially true, like, or very relevant set 8 with hero augments, but still relevant. And yeah, I mean, this means that uh, the tailoring will be better. So if you really want some augment, you should probably look into tailoring it more. But yeah, it probably doesn't change that much how you play and mainly means that you will get better augments. That is fine with me. Anomalies, you can now never see the same anomaly multiple times too close together. That is nice. It was kind of annoying. Other, when Wandering Trainer slash Golem affects grant three emblems. One will always be on origin, one will always be a class, and one will be full random. Uh, that is probably a slight buff and makes it a bit easier because usually I feel like two origins are usually hard to play together, but an origin and a class are usually easier, I think. I might be wrong about this because I don't usually think about what's an origin and what's a class, but I think so. I think the origins are usually the big verticals like Rebel or Enforcer, and the classes are more of the splashable things, you like usually. But yeah, that should be good. If it grants less than three, it will be full random. Yeah, good. So let's go to the next slide. I mean, pretty good changes so far. Nothing to complain about. The quality of life. Traits. Experiment Emblem Cone bonus health 60 to 50 HP. That is good. It was too broken. Not a massive change. Won't change much. AP to Sorks 20, 55, 105, 140. Oh yeah, they changed. They removed the 6. That is very nice. Or the 8. That's super nice, I think. I'm not a fan of the Giga Big traits. Like, it's just an emblem check. And with Sorcerer, it was even worse. It was like, can you hit LeBlanc on 4-2 or not? Like, yeah, I was not a fan. Um, okay, but they reduced the 6 AP, but add a new thing. 6 piece now has spells, lower targets damage by 20% for 3 seconds. Um, old 8 piece bonus, but 20% instead of 25. Yeah, I think 6 is probably good now. Surely. Like, they didn't lower the AP that much, and they added this massive thing. Um, we will have to see what comps come out of this, but there's probably gonna be some 6-or comp. Maybe the reroll comp. I'm not sure. Visionary. Remove the 8 piece. Sure, yeah, I'm a fan again. I'm not a fan of these big, like, emblem checks. 6 piece now is spells heal ally for 18% damage. Oh wow, yeah, that's a big buff. It's gonna be really good having the visionary emblem for Renata now. I feel like she really likes the healing. Probably not gonna see any other 6 piece visionary comp, but yeah, for Renata it's very nice. Family, getting a family emblem on Warwick, Jinx, and Vi with Violet, Vander, and I guess Powder. Will it call something special? Oh yeah, I'm. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't spoil this, but yeah, you get a little special effect. I've seen what it is. It's best if you see it yourself, I guess. I mean, it won't change the game, it's just something fun. Three champions. Lux is now man-locked if she shields herself with her ability. Yeah, less of this cancer 1v9 Lux thing. That is fine. She's already good enough early game. Um, Small Morgana buff, small level 1 buff, 5 damage level 1, 20 damage level 2, 200 level 3. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna reroll Morgana. It's a bit of a buff to Renata, I guess, but yeah, and a bit of a buff early game, not much. Very small. Fine. She wasn't a good unit early, she's not a good unit still. Attack speed up on Powder, AD down. That's a small buff, I'm pretty sure. Or it's a buff to backline Powder. You will get mana faster. That's good. Not a massive buff or anything. Durability plus 5% for Leona on level 3. Won't change anything. You will not reroll Leona. Good buff. Like, Leona 3 was not good. Urgot, Armor, and Amar down 5. That is pretty big. He will definitely die way more often without casting like one extra time. Um, I mean, probably deserved. Like, this Urgot unit is really, really strong. But now I feel like you need a good anomaly to make your Urgot like more tanky, otherwise it will die late game. But yeah, the comp is probably still good, or it should be good still. Like there's no Tristana nerfs, it's probably still good. Good that they didn't over nerf it too much. Probably, I mean, it's not gonna be like a broken comp anymore though. But yeah, probably still A or B tier. Vander, Armor and Namar, Spell Armor and Namar up 5 and then up 30. A buffed Vander reroll, basically. Not really changing anything else, I would say. Um, and yeah, Vander reroll was already like fine. So yeah, still fine slash pretty good. Loris, Spell Shield up. Wow, I'm surprised. Loris was already kind of good. Yeah, this buff to the TF and Loris reroll. Like 100 shield does kinda matter. Um, yeah, buff to reroll, that's fine. It wasn't that good. Spell heal up for Scar. Wow, that's a big buff. 15 on level 1 and 2. Oh, 0 level 3 though. Okay. Usually you play for the Scar 3, so yeah, I mean, Scar 1 and 2 buff, that's good, I guess, for the mid game of Kog'Maw and Seri. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind it. The mid game was kind of hard with Scar, so sure. It seems so far like a pretty minor patch. Nothing super big changed. Spell shield AP ratio 225, 250, 1500. So yeah, level 1 it's basically nothing, it's 5. Level 2 is big though. Level 2 Garen is gonna be quite a lot stronger. Um, yeah, you'll probably want to itemize him more again. Like, I feel like we went from him being super OP to him being good, but you often put items on another unit last patch, I feel like. Not, I mean, usually you put it on Garen, but not always. And now we're probably back to him basically always having the tank items and being a really good tank. Especially a buff to Black Rose, I would say. Black Rose is probably back to being very nice now. I didn't see any nerfs to it before, from what I can remember. Oh, whoa, this is a big nerf. 10% spell attack speed nerf. That is actually really big. Um, yeah, I think playing Twitch normally now will not be that good. You probably want to play around the Bruiser or Experiment emblem, especially. Yeah, I would probably try to stay away from normal Twitch. If you have to, you can play it for top 4, but that's quite a big nerf. Champions, okay, 3-star damage, like, sure. 6 cost. Uh, Death Ray no longer shreds or sunders. Ooh, that is a big nerf. But they up the damage by... I mean, you should only look at the level 1. Level 2, I mean, you should be winning if you get level 2. 10 damage buff. That is semi-significant. Like, if you have items on him, especially. Main spell damage, 50 damage buff. Okay, this is a big buff to having items on Victor. Otherwise, it doesn't matter that much. But if you have items, like, it becomes multiplicative. It's kind of good, actually. Okay, main HP, percent HP damage, down 5%. Okay, that is very big. Now you don't always play Victor, I feel like. If you, yeah, like if you have a Vi 2 in, let's say, Twitch, you probably or like you play the Vi 2 instead of Victor. But it's a good add-on if you don't have anything good. Archangel, base AP up. I mean, fine. Doesn't really change any comps, I would say. Blue buff AD AP up 10. Good buff for Heimer, I guess, but yeah, you don't really build it on anyone else. It's fine, it's not gonna change when you build it. Damage jump up 8% on Deathblade, wow. Yeah, now I feel like you can actually build this on Corki. Before you couldn't. And it's gonna be super good on Twitch for sure. AD up on IE. Okay, maybe you still build IE on Corki, like, since IE got buffed as well. JG AP 15, that is... Well, they buff a lot of damage items, basically all the damage items. I mean, yeah, since they buff so many of them, it's not gonna change much. Yeah, they basically buffed all of them that are important. Yeah, then it probably doesn't matter much. But yeah, like overall buff to them. Not sure what's gonna change then. They didn't buff the melee carry items. So I guess it's a bit of a nerf to melee carries. Like Umbessa, probably not great next patch, right? Probably not. Fire Sale, Champ stolen, any cost, 3 cost or lower. Uh, it's fine still. It's still pretty good. We're fine. Not broken anymore. Good change. Glass Cannon 1 removed to 1. Okay. Rig Chop plus. Rerolls granted. 5 to 9. Which one was rigged cost? Actually don't remember. Let's see here. We can see here. Augments. Rigged cost. Your next shop and every 4 shops will contain all 3 cost champions. Gain 5 rerolls. Okay, I mean 9 is a big change. Now you can probably pick it if you're gonna play a 3 cost reroll line. That is a lot. Probably pretty good 3-2. Spirit Link. Health regen every 4 seconds. Okay, this is pickable if you're playing like some tanky comp. Sounds good. Survivor. Gold 70 to 88. It's still very bad. This is one if you survive longer than your opponent, or like before 3 die or something. It's still so bad. like you're expecting, like you, it's just a win more augment. Like if you're smurfing, it's good, but yeah. Trolling, attack speed granted. Whoa, that's a big nerf. Probably not a good augment anymore. That's a very big nerf. I, this is probably like C tier now. Young Violin free removed 3-2. Gold 2-5. I feel like this is so bad 2-1 though. You don't want this 2-1. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the augment now. Next, guess it's gold augments. Forbidden Magic. Which one is this? I don't remember all the names. Forbidden Magic. So it is a Black Rose thing. Every 3 takedowns by Black Rose champions or Scion grant Scion permanent 1.5 attack damage and 10 max health. Gain 3 Black Rose champions. So you give it the Scion damage and health. Takedowns per stack goes on to 2, AD per stack, 0.5%. If you're strong, this is probably good to take. If you're not strong, you never take it. But yeah, if you're already winning rounds, I guess you can take it. It's gonna be pretty good. Forward thinking. Gold reward drastically sped up. Turns required 6 to 5. Gold granted 80 to 70. It's fine. I mean, this is a buff for sure, but this is the one that gives you a lot of. You remove all your gold and then you get a lot of gold later. Like, it's fine now, but yeah, probably it's still not great. But if you don't have anything better, you take it. Especially if you're already like strong, you can pick this. Glass Cannon 2 removed. Okay, 2-1, sure. Clubs off. Splash damage 25 to 35%. I feel like this one is still not great, right? Gloves off. Or oh, it's a Vander augment. I thought there was another one. Splash damage 25 to 30. I feel like this is very good. Vander 3 got buffed. I feel like if you have many Vanders and get the augment, just take it now. It's really good. Rocket collection, rockets required. Like, what are these augments? I never take them. Rocket collection, normal. Artillery's rockets deal 15% increased damage every time 75 rockets your artillery's fire. Gain a collector, max 2. Gain a Tristan and an Urgot. So it's a Tristan and Urgot reroll. Okay, sure, they buffed this because Urgot reroll got nerfed, I guess. It's not an amazing augment. Like, sure. And if you're playing Urgot Tristana, you can pick this, it's gonna be good. Scavenger. Champs with no items now grant an item tailored to the unit receiving the item instead of dying champions. Champions with no items now grant an item tailored to the unit receiving the item instead of dying champs. Scavenger. First 5 enemy champions are killed each combat grant champion or a team a temporary. So it's a buff, but I mean, I guess if you don't have anything better, you pick it, but yeah, I'm not gonna be looking for that. Shop glitch, removed 3-2. This is the reroll one. Every 1.5 you refresh your shop. Yeah, it's not good 3-2. I'm happy to remove it. Reunion, by earthquake damage 150, 120. Oh, what? They made such a big nerf. Which one was this? Is it Vi and Echo? When Vi casts, Echo releases 3 after images towards her target, dealing 50% damage. When Echo casts, Vi slams an earthquake towards his target, dealing 150% damage. I didn't know this was broken, but yeah. I mean, obviously it is, if it's already S tier and they nerf it this much. Yep. Sisters quickly gives Vi AD and Jinx attack speed, AD buff 40 to 60%. Yeah, I feel like this is just hard to play around though. The only time I really like it is if you have a Rebel spat, then you can put it on Vi and you play 7 Rebel. Otherwise, it's you don't want to play Vi instead of Elise in Rebel reroll or in Rebels. So, I mean, if you have the spat, it's gonna be good. Trade sector, gold, 4 gold. It's I know you're not super unhappy picking it if you're rerolling, I guess. Actually, a nice change. Too much value. Removed 3-2. That's good. Like, it was better 2-1 anyways. Nice. Welcome to the playground. Time required to live 17 to 15 seconds. Welcome to the playground. If at least 2 family members are alive after 17 seconds in combat, or at the end of combat, gain a random copy of Vander, Powder, or Violet. Gain a Powder and a Violet. It's like, this is really bad. Like, you want to hit naturally anyways. I'm not a fan. Like, if you need this to hit, you're already playing for a top, like, 5. Not a big fan. Birthday present also grants 2 gold on level up. Still not a great augment. Blazing Soul, it's too slow. Like, not, it doesn't do anything super broken. Blazing Soul 2, AP granted, plus 10 attack speed granted, plus 5. Really nice for some units like Silco. Still gonna be good for them, but it's not gonna be nice for others that don't use the AP. It's like Silco, Kog'Maw, probably someone else I'm forgetting right now. Mainly on them though. Coronation, this is a broken one that gives you a +1 or like a fawn. You get a fawn, which also gives your unit extra AD, attack speed, and AP. Good that they nerf it. It's broken. Pandora's it's still gonna be good though. Not broken, but good. Pandora's items free, removed for 2, good. It's so bad late. Prismatic pipeline. Prismatic orbs no longer grant bonus loot. They giga nerfed this since the first patch, but yeah, now it's not gonna be broken. I think it's gonna be a normal augment, probably like a 4.5. Quality over quantity. This one, if you have one item, it becomes radiant. It's super OP, so this is a good nerf. Probably a bit too much. I would put it to 9%. But it's still gonna be like 4.5 probably. Like, you probably don't pick this with anything. No, you pick it with the comps. It's good with like Mbessa. But Mbessa is probably not great this patch, but still. Probably fine on Silco. Shopping spree. Rerolls level to level +1. You get more rerolls. I mean, it's still not great. It's like more pickable now. If you don't have any good choice, you can pick it. Sponging, max units to get items, 5 to 6. This is usually not that significant. The bigger problem with this is that you often have too few units to give them to. Like, often you can only give to 4 units, especially later in the game. and it becomes very bad then. Tactician shield granted after 3 players combats. Oh, a nerf. That is a big nerf actually. Probably not happy taking this now. I lose a lot of tempo. Um, it's gonna be fine though. Probably. Yeah, if you don't have any good choice, you can take it, but it's not that good now. Tomb Raider 2 grants 1 completed item anvil on selection. Which one is this? Every time a player is eliminated, choose one of their completed. It's so bad. Yeah, it's still bad. I mean, if you are 100 HP and you have like a Silco 2, like sure, take it. But if you're not in a giga good spot, just don't. What you really are, double up damage. Okay, who cares, double up. Wow, they added new anomalies? Really? Brutal Claws. This champion gains 40% crit strike chance and critical strikes bleed for 40% of their damage over 3 seconds. This is super good on Nocturne for sure. Who else? I mean, it's good on Corki. I feel like Corki and Nocturne, people who already use IE. Yeah, you want to have IE with this. So people who use IE, if you have IE, this is going to be good. Cultivating Magic, gain 30 AP, gain 5 AP permanently for each 10k damage dealt. Good normal AP 1. Use it on your AP units. Cybernetic Empowerment, gain 8% attack speed, 2% attack speed for each component held by your team. It's okay, it's a scrap one. If you have a bunch of items or if you're playing scrap or something, pick this. Hive Mind, gain a copy of the first champion this champion kills each combat, gain 25% damage amp. Um, oh, so you gain 25% damage amp for free? That's not much though. Yeah, this is not very good. This is like a win more one. If you want to go fast 10, you take this. Infectious Anomaly, gain 50% AD and 15 AP. At the start of each round, grant a random ally this anomaly. If they already have it, instead grant them 2% AD and 2 AP. I mean, if you have a lot of HP, you can take this. It's gonna be good super late, but I would usually not take this. If you're playing like Emissary with 100 HP, sure, since all your units can use this well, and yeah, you have a lot of HP, but uh, yeah, it's not that good, I would say. It's really good if you have a lot of HP, probably. Power up, gain 20% AD. Gain 5% AD permanently for each 10k damage dealt. I feel like this is worse than the cultivating magic. I feel like 20% AD is a bit worse than the 30 AP, but it's still fine. You can pick it on like Quirky, it's not gonna be bad. General AD. Titan of Teamwork, gain 1% ability for each star level on your board. 3-star champions counts as 4 stars. This is so bad, I feel like. You can pick it on Violet maybe, but... Or actually, it's good on Singed in Renata reroll, but yeah, there's very few situations when it's good. Usually you wanna Upgrade your carry in reroll, not a tank. Vampiric Affinity. Gain 20% Omnivank, increases to 40% while below 75% health. Pretty bad. If you don't have anti-heal, you go for it. If you have it, like you don't want it, I feel like. Voracious Appetite. This champion's gained 300 health and 15% damage amp. Each round this consumable grants something, maybe 100 health and 3% damage amp in exchange of 3 player health. Oh. Okay, it's not 100 health. That would be too good, probably. Or maybe it is. I don't know. This is probably good if you have a lot of HP and can use the player health, but it doesn't sound that good. I mean, if you put it on someone, it's on like Vi in Enforcer. Like, you want to be able to use the HP and damage amp, so it's on a melee carry, and you need a lot of HP to make use of it. So, sure, fine. If you're playing Vi or something, you can pick it if you have a lot of HP. Anything else? Arcane Overwhelming bonus magic resistance 80 to 100. Which one is this? Actually, it's the no, which one is this? I'm not sure. Anomalies. Gain ability power equal to 30% of magic resist. Gain. This is like so bad though. You don't want to use the AP. Like, you get the 100 MR though. I guess if you're in a lobby with only magic damage, you can take it, sure. Defense expert. Armor and Mar gained 90 instead of 75. And this is good if you have a lot of armor and MR. Repulse or knockback range 2 to 3 exit. Still think this is bad. If you get into a melee carry meta, it could be good to knock back everyone, I guess. Sure. Or if you're not in a lobby with a lot of it. Titanic Strikes, AD damage. Which one is this? Titanic Strikes. Attack still an additional 40% attack damage to the target. Oh, I like this one. I mean, yeah, then you take it more. I didn't hate it before. It was probably not that good though. But yeah, I like this one. Touch of Frost. Debuff duration 4 to 8 seconds. That is a big buff. Especially if it's a melee carry meta, I could see this being good. And you slow the attack speed of like the Camille or something. But if you're only against like backline carries, it's harder getting off this on the carry, and then it's not that good. So you kind of need scout lobby. Wolf Familiars, AD% 65 to 75. This is probably pickable in AD now. Still probably not broken or anything, but if you get it and you don't have a lot of gold, you can pick it. Some bug fixes, anything important? No, I don't think so. This is the end, right? Yeah. Okay, so what do I think? I think Twitch is gonna be a lot worse. You don't want to play the normal Twitch board probably. Like, you can top 4 with it, but yeah, probably try to stay away. Only play it with emblems or so. I mean, small. Urgot's gonna be a lot significantly worse. Probably. I mean, probably still very playable if you get a good start for it, but you need a bit of a better start. Maybe before it was enough with even one Tristana some games, but yeah, now you probably want one Tristana, one Urgot, and items that kind of make sense for it. So it went from like A or S tier to like B tier, I think. Or to, yeah, to B or C tier almost. But yeah, B tier, I would say. This doesn't really change much. I mean, Powder is going to be nicer early game, I guess. Morgana a bit as well. Bit of a buff to Renato with the Visionary Emblem. Sork 6. Probably there's going to be some kind of comp around it. Yeah. Yeah, those are main changes, no? Nothing, so nothing big at all. The item changes were almost the biggest, I think. The item changes were big. Like these ones. This could change a lot. It's very hard to tell with these kind of changes. I feel like melee carries are gonna be a bit worse. Besides that, nothing crazy. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed and go play this patch on Thursday. You can probably play something similar, so yeah, see ya.